Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, news updates. Release Nnamdi Kanu now for peace to reign. World Igbo Congress tells Tinubu. Yes, the World Igbo Congress, they're talking about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They say Tinubu, release Nnamdi Kanu now. Unconditional release. The World Igbo Congress. Yes, they said Nnamdi Kanu committed no offense. Yes, saying it's just, you know, advocating for self-determination, committed no offense, and you are holding him. Yet you are not given opportunity for a fair trial. Yes. Now the chairman, Festus Okere, and the general secretary, Chris Ogara, addressed their concerns to Bola Tinubu, the Senate president, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and all the Nigerian lawmakers. Yes. Of course, you know that this World Igbo Congress is based in the United States. All right. So they're saying the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a case of a freedom fighter who has been detained illegally. Yes. They are telling the president, yes, as he's been called, Tinubu, to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, they are advocating for a political solution. Say, discontinue this trial. Release him now. Look at their statement, quote, today, World Igbo Congress wants you to discuss a matter of grave concern, a scenario that tests the very foundations of our beliefs. In fairness, justice, and the rule of law, the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just an isolated incident, but a reflection of a larger, more systemic issue that confronts not only Nigeria, but nations worldwide. The struggle for self-determination and the response it provokes from the state apparatus. In the heart of this discourse is a man who died to voice the aspirations of his people, aspirations for self-determination, a principle enshrined in the Geneva Convention and recognized as a fundamental human right. Yet, his pursuit of this cause has led him down a path of extraordinary rendition, prolonged detention, and a trial that has become emblematic of judicial prejudice and the denial of fundamental human rights. The trial of Nnamdi Kanu has raised profound concerns regarding the adherence to the principles of a fair trial, the equality of arms, and the right of a defendant to prepare an adequate defense. The Supreme Court itself has highlighted these as indispensable elements of justice, yet, in Kanu's case, these principles have been conspicuously disregarded. The stark proclamation by High Court that the defendant cannot dictate to the court on how to conduct the trial underscores a dismissal not just of a man's rights but of the judiciary's duty to fairness and impartiality. The possibility for the Nigerian government to discontinue Kanu's prosecution as permitted by the Constitution draws parallels from previous cases, including release of 313 detained Boko Haram terrorists, Hamisu Bala, aka Wadume, the notorious armed bandit who not only killed hundreds of innocent Nigerians, including several Nigerian soldiers and security operatives, but also kidnapped and collected millions in ransom payments, where such discretion was exercised for politically charged offenses. Others including Mr. Omoyole Sowore and Sunday Boho, who are all free. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who did not kill, kidnap, or collect ransom, but only was seeking for good governance, is still in detention by DSS for almost 4 years. Talk about purposeful injustice. In the light of these transgressions against justice and fairness, we are compelled to advocate for a political solution, a solution that transcends the narrow confines of legal battles and ventures into the broader realm of human compassion, national unity, and the acknowledgement of the people's right to self-determination. Such a solution recognizes that the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu serves no constructive purpose, but only deepens the divisions within our society. It acknowledges that true peace and progress stem from dialogue, understanding, and respect for human rights, including the right to self-determination. The path to justice and reconciliation is clear. It lies in adhering to the calls from national and international bodies, from the African Union's condemnation of IPOB's proscription to the United Nations directive for Kanu's release and the respect for self-determination. It involves honoring the rulings of our own courts, which have declared his detention a violation of his fundamental human rights. Let us not forget that the greatness of a nation lies not in its ability to subdue dissent, but in its capacity to engage with it constructively. Nigeria, a nation born out of determination for self-rule, now stands at crossroads. We will honor our history, our commitments under international law and our constitution, or we will ignore the principles that underpin our very identity as a nation. To the government, we say, embrace a political solution, release Nnamdi Kanu as a gesture of goodwill and a step towards national healing. To the judiciary, we urge, uphold the tenets of fair trial and justice without bias or influence. And to the people, we appeal, stand together for the principles of fairness, equality under the law, and the right to self-determination. In conclusion, let us seek a political solution, one that fosters dialogue over division, justice over injustice, healing over hostility, and ultimately peace over persecution. For in the end, it is not just the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu at stake, but the very soul of our nation. End of quote. Now, this is the statement of the World Igbo Congress. Yes. Say, look, it's not just about Nnamdi Kanu now. It's about your country. Continue to detain him there. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu now. It's about all of you who are in this contraption. So, if you say, oh, because it involves Nnamdi Kanu, an Igbo man, that's the rule of law discarded. Yes, we're not going to obey it again. No constitution or constitutionalism. We're not going to obey it again. No problem. No problem. It goes around. What comes around goes around. Yes, and what goes around comes around. Whichever way, it will get to everybody. Agnes Wamba, it will get to everybody. Today it's Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow, it could be anybody. Oh yes, that's what Igbo Congress is trying to say. Not only we are talking about now, we are talking about the survival of everybody. Yes, so if you want to keep him in detention because of his identity, no wahala. We are watching. Oh yes, continue your injustice, continue your illegality, continue your unfair trial. Yes, but we shall see. Yes, it will reach